It's the path if you learn to get it right. They can't filter how we talk cause we ain't tell no lies. Just to let them know you can never stop the truth. You got a leg of its own, it's always on the move. Always stick to the code, I never lie to you. Ain't no filter when I talk, I am the walking proof. Unfiltered.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Hello, it's your girl Wandey Nowilliams, and you are tuned in to Filter Me Not, UGTV Network 5. Sorry for the delay. What's up, baby?
I'm trying to turn the volume now. Hey, everybody out there in the world of everything that's going on. I'm your co-host, comedian Dr. Foolish, a.k.a. Mr. Talk That Ish. How you guys doing this lovely, lovely Monday evening out there in the internet world? We got a lot to talk about today.
Yeah, we're going to talk about a lot. But what we finna do, finna's not a word, y'all.
You went to public school, didn't you? Be real, you went to public school?
Yeah, I went to public school.
I definitely know. Finna is definitely a public school word. And what's sad is I went to a public school as well, but I'm too grown to be saying finna.
I do apologize.
You need to grow up. You need to grow the fuck up.
Listen,
today.
you're going in on me way too early.
You started the show out with a terrible sentence fragment. Finna. We finna go to a break and start over. That's what we finna do.
I'm going to start over. What I'm going to do is start over. But while I'm starting over, I'm going to shout out to the boy Sauce. We finna play his music again. Local artists who are watching or tag a local artist, we will play your music. You can come on the show. We got Milk Trake also. That is a music show. You could get on there too, but I'm gonna give show Sauce some love. It's called Clutch.
Hey, Petro's on Tad Sauce, and I see you talking about my paw at your fat ass. Keep losing that weight.
What's up, Petro? Love you, baby. He's 50 years old. Y'all, share the live. Share the live. If you know Sauce, tag Sauce. Let him know we playing him right now.
Hey, Shook. You connected to the Wi-Fi?
Niggas clutch, too high. All she do is second fuck. Yeah. Make it rain, throwing bucks. What you from? Throw it up. Me and my niggas clutch, too high.
They play this song in the club right here. Be stupid.
Make it rain, throwing bucks. What you from? Throw it up.
I don't know his name.
All I do is win. I ain't got too many friends. No. I know you niggas hate me.
But bitch, money make me.
Me and my niggas clutch, too high. All she do is second fuck. Make it rain, throwing bucks. Where you from? Throw it up. Sauce in his big. And all my dogs in his big. We bout to wild in his big. We bout to clown in his big. Me and my niggas clutch. And they all from the mouth. And they don't give a fuck. They'll fuck your ass up.
I'm gonna give you a close-up, Petro, before the show over. She talking about my paw.
I know.
Make it rain, throwing bucks. Where you from? Throw it up. Me and my niggas clutch. All she do is second fuck. Make it rain, throwing bucks. Where you from? Throw it up. All I do is.
All right. Again, that was Sauce featuring T2. You know my English. But that's the song is Clutch.
Shit, I don't know how to say that shit. I don't even know that nigga. I know Sauce. I don't know who on it.
Okay, we know Sauce. T2 is also on the track as well, and it's called Clutch. right. Thank you for joining, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hopefully, everybody weekend was great. Father's Day was great. Shout out to Petra for tuning in. And make sure if you don't already have the mixtape or if you ain't downloaded, EFFB Volume 1. Volume 2 is on the way.
He gonna start paying us for them plugs. Cause don't nobody else be plugging him but us. We fuck with you, Petro.
We fuck with you, Heavy Petro.
I want a t-shirt or something. God damn, like we getting all these free promo.
Soon as Loft open.
Fuck Loft. My pocket's open right now. We be showing you love. But nah, I'm just fucking with you, bro. That's what we do here at the UGTV network. We show love to our local artists.
Yes.
Everybody trying to do something positive in their life. And I'm proud of you. For you to be fat as fuck the way you is and still be pushing to be a better person. He losing weight. He dropping the mixtape.
Definitely dropping
this
that
nigga
weight.
Is busy. This
Just
nigga.
don't do the Rick Ross. Don't get too small, Petro.
So you don't like Lil Rick Ross?
No, I don't like Lil Rick Ross.
You like the big Ross?
I like Big Ross.
You must like man titties. I'm just saying, if you like man titties, that's...
It's not, I don't like man titties, but...
It's okay. I mean,
I
just
don't.
saying.
I mean, it can't be titties.
I'm just saying, like, if, like I ain't even got no man titties, and I like my, titty to be licked. Just one of them, not both of them. Just.
All right, shout out to Petro for his weight loss challenge, because he was challenged.
We was talking about titties, and Petro's name came into the equation.
To lose a certain amount of weight, but shout out to him. Shout out to the music. Shout out to the onesie party. Shout out to the videos.
Man, fuck that shit. Fuck that fat ass Popeye eating ass nigga. Fuck him.
So how was your weekend? Fathers. How was your weekend?
Man, my weekend was normal as usual. I'm not even upset. You know, Father's Day ain't like the biggest holiday, especially in the black communities. You know, cause I ain't ashamed to say it. Most of us were raised by single moms.
Facts.
And it ain't the fact that we don't celebrate it. It's just that it's so much going on right now too. We kind of get lost in the sauce for the ones that are great fathers. It ain't just like a big holiday because you don't see commercials on TV.
You don't.
You don't see.
But you typically you do. I think with
never
this,
Father's Day. Don't nobody.
yes,
give
you
a
do.
fuck
You get
about
the
Father's Day.
Macy's, do the ties and the coats, and the hardware store do a lot of.
I don't want no damn tools.
Shout out to Boss Man. He got him a pressure cleaner for
Man,
Father's Day.
He been talking shit about that
He
pressure
gonna
washer.
be pressure clean the shit out of this.
He got it. Women always buy niggas gifts that they want to use for them. Like nobody want no goddamn
Hey Eddie.
pressure washer, no lawnmower, no chainsaw, no tools, no none. Fuck all that shit.
That's not for African Americans.
You know what men really want for Father's Day, and I'm gonna say this here publicly. You know what they want? They want a new woman. That's what they want. You want to get your man a great Father's Day gift next year, ladies. Get him a brand new woman just for that day. Get him a brand new woman just for that day. We tired of the same
He's not
regular coochie we been getting year round.
So for Mother's Day, are you gonna get her a new man?
That's the difference. See, that's the difference. For Mother's Day, I get my baby mama a goddamn muzzle because she talk too goddamn much. That's what I get my baby mama. Tag her if somebody tag her ass, I'll give a damn. Mother's Day, but for my mama, it ain't a day. It ain't a day. It ain't one day on this earth I can just celebrate my mama. My mama, my everything to me. So like, see what happens? We was talking about the fathers, and then we started talking about mamas, and the whole shift, the atmosphere just shift because the mother had us. So it's a different. It ain't even no comparison.
It's not.
Because anybody could have been your daddy.
Right.
But you can only have
that
one
mama.
mama. So that's for real. I learned that in science.
That's true. Eddie said. Eddie want a midget. Eddie, we know your weekend was lit.
Yeah,
you was showing us all your whole weekend. Congratulations, it was nice. Shout out to Miss Lady Goose for taking care of that.
She gonna cheat on you too. Just know that. I hope y'all break up. I'm saying that on UGTV. I ain't here to promote love today, y'all.
What happened? Why you not promoting love?
Fuck Eddie and his relationship.
Oh, okay.
That's how I feel right now. Fuck
love
his
you,
whole
Eddie,
relationship.
and your relationship. Mamas, babies, daddies, maybes. Definitely a fact, Brandy.
I don't even know what that is. That's too many. That's too many nouns in one sentence, Brandy.
That's
Mama's
definitely
baby,
a fact,
daddy's
but-
baby, and a prepositional phrase at the end.
But
No.
you was a teacher?
Yeah.
Oh, you were? Okay. But for the timeline,
You find that out?
do this.
Oh, okay.
My timeline looked good though. I want to shout out to all the fathers because apparently we have a lot of great fathers this year. I don't know if it's the COVID, they're home more, or they're just stepping up. If it's because they're stepping up, that's what's up. But my timeline was great. I mean, fathers being appreciated, not even just showing gifts, because, you know, we like to go on and show what we got for somebody else. But it was just showing love to the fathers with their kids.
I read a lot of like kind of like negative stuff too.
I seen the negative today.
Yeah.
They say
They
shout
waited.
out
They
shout out
waited.
to you ladies who waited until the day after.
Oh, ain't shit.
For the
That's rough.
for the negativity, shout out to y'all, but I seen some
But
negative.
I can read through the shady ones, because if she start her post out and say we may not see eye to eye, that just
That's
mean
shade.
that nigga behind in child support. That's all that mean. He behind in child support, but she still like deal with him on the regular. So like, shout out to y'all that keep y'all feelings to y'all.
Or he could still be dibbing and dabbing with her and the new old lady.
I don't look at it like that.
No, just back on child support?
He owed child support, yeah. He definitely owed child support, yeah. But with that being said,
I have a question because I seen different things, but if I wanted to know when is a child old enough to where it's not the parent responsibility when it comes to certain holidays like birthdays and like Father's Day or even Mother's Day. We're not talking about mothers, but we're not going to exclude that holiday. But certain holidays, when is it age appropriate for the parent to deal with that child if they feel like that child is not acknowledging that holiday? For example, I seen a live today where someone had to get some straightening, and instead of going to the child about why they didn't get a happy Father's Day, they came at the mom and went sideways. But at a certain age, that's not...
Because most of the time is because of whoever the custodial parent is, they've poisoned that child to not think that it's okay to not do something that's priceless. You know, you could just call your dad or text your dad and say Happy Father's Day. But as a parent, and I'm not dogging the mother or the father right now, I'm simply saying the custodial parent, that when you give your child that much firepower to disrespect the other parent, just realize it's going to come back around.
Right.
And when it comes back around, it's going to be 10 times worse than it was when you allowed them to do it to the other parent.
Now, let me ask you this. What if it's not a parent who's putting that fire? What if the parent didn't like that fire? What if the parent...
There's no such thing.
Oh, no, you're
a
lying.
child ain't just finna just wake up today and say I hate my daddy or I
Well,
hate my
it doesn't
mama,
necessarily
or
have to
I'm not
be-
gonna say Happy Mother's Day or Happy Father's Day or Happy Birthday to my parent. That started in that house.
No,
somewhere.
no, okay.
I agree to disagree.
We're going to agree to disagree, but I'm going to come with facts, my facts, because my son, who is now 22 years old, his father chose to not be there. But I've never once dogged his father out.
But you're talking about a 22-year-old man.
No, that's what that's the question. I said,
But
what is that age?
The legal age. That's a man.
Okay, this is what I'm saying.
I understand
What am I
clearly
saying?
what you're saying. When it becomes age appropriate that you don't have to tell your child to do certain things.
Okay, so what is that age?
When they grown.
When it's grown.
When they start acting grown.
But
You can't put an age on disrespect. If he didn't do that as a 22-year-old, he probably didn't want to do it as when he was 16, but he was living under his mother's rules and regulations, so he wasn't going to disrespect his mother. So therefore, he did it even if he didn't want to do it because he didn't want to hurt you or he didn't want to add you into some turmoil or whatever it is that he was going through at that moment. But when you're talking about a grown man, 22 years old.
He's 22 now. When my son was 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
I can count. I get it.
When my son is this is his first child, his first son. When I enrolled him in football, Your son's in football. Instead of him coming, his friend came. Okay, bypass that. He's in middle school. He's in elementary. You're not involved. And I've always told him, however your son handle you, that's how he handle you. I have nothing to do with that.
You have everything to do with that, because you're simply stating right now, I'm hearing you that, oh, I washed my hands of this situation because it's on you, and it's not solely on the father.
Why not?
Because you're the custodial parent.
I'm custodial. Why?
You're the person in the household. You're the person that he's around the most. That you plant this seed into his head to understand that you still must respect your father. Because if we ain't gonna agree on that, we'll be here all day going back and forth.
No, but Risa, what does respect have to do?
And I hope you don't take this the wrong way, but when he was 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, you failed him.
No, I did not.
Because you made it easy for the daddy not to be there.
His dad made it easy by not being there.
Yeah, but
I reached out. I dropped off. When I dropped my son off, and instead of you doing what you need to do, the fatherly duty with your son, instead you're leaving it with the girlfriend or whoever is at that house, you failed your son. When my son has to come home and said, we was in a car accident, but it wasn't whatever. You can't be conducting business while you supposedly have your child.
But as the parent,
he's old enough to pay attention.
As the parent, you humble your son down and you explain to your son things happen.
Yeah, we're going to agree to disagree. I ain't humbling shit down.
Okay, well, see, that's what it is.
A father has a responsibility because
we both have responsibilities.
Okay.
We both. But if you're not going to put it in his head that, okay, you don't know the psyche of this man because y'all not together anymore. You don't know the psyche of him. He could be suffering from depression. He could be suffering from anything. You laughing, but this shit is real. If you don't put in his head that you still don't give up on your dad.
Viewers, I want to hear y'all thoughts.
That everybody's agreed with me.
Agree with what?
With what I'm saying to you. As
okay,
a man.
I want to see it. So me telling the father that, listen, if your child want to act like you the best thing smoking, that's between y'all. If he want to cuss you out, that's between y'all. If he don't want to have anything to do with you, that's between y'all. If you allow
him to have that type of green light or have that type of disrespect toward
my son
his
is
father,
not disrespectful. He don't disrespect.
I didn't say he did, but I'm piggybacking off of what you just said. You just said if he said these things, you said that is his problem that he deal with.
Shut up, Eddie.
Because his problem becomes your problem because that ain't just his son. That's y'all's son.
Clearly, it's my son because I've been taking care of my son.
But now you talking about taking care of and a mental state. Them two different things. You taking care of him because he in the house with you. That's your son. You birthed him. You have a sole responsibility to do that. I'm not saying he don't, but you have a sole responsibility to do that. And just because there is a misunderstanding between mother and father that you
never that, Eddie.
You should not.
Never that.
Don't cut me off to reiterate on what.
No, go ahead. No, you go ahead. But never that.
At the same time, you can't allow your bitterness.
Never was.
You can't allow it to conflict the relationship that a father and a son can have.
My opinion is
every single day. Some women don't allow men in their kids' life simply because they want to brag about doing it by themselves. And that ain't nothing to brag about. If you could do it all over again, Wendy, I've been knowing you at least 5 years. If you had a chance to do it all over again, I am certain there were things that you would do different. I know that there are certain things that you would have done different to not get to this point where your son feel like it's okay to not be a son to his daddy. I know it gotta be. It gotta be. You can't tell me you did everything right.
No, of course not. Of course not. But would I change how I handled the situation? No. Because I didn't lay by myself.
You talking about something that happened before he was 22. Yeah, we get it. We know how kids are birthed. We know you didn't do it by yourself. That's the cliche thing.
So I'm supposed to what I'm supposed to do? What was I supposed to do? Explain to me because I'm definitely lost. So where is it that I dropped the ball?
How old were you when you gave birth to your son?
19.
19. How old was his daddy?
18.
Okay. From my personal experience and my professional advice, that I feel as though you punished a man for things that he did when he was a boy, and that ain't fair.
Punish who?
The father. Because you expected him to be a man.
No.
When he was 18.
No, but he was 18 when he had the son. But as my son's growing up, he's growing up and he's having more kids too.
That still don't mean he's maturing.
Listen, personally.
You should have did your math and your research before you laid your hot ass down there and had a child. Now, if it's filled to me not, then I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. You control everything you accept. So at some point in that man's life, you made it comfortable for him to not be a father, or you either pushed him away.
No.
He was 18 years old.
No.
He was a boy. You want a boy to be a man?
That.
Okay.
Fuck that. You hear me? Fuck that. The question was, I know what I asked, but for me personally, I'm not changing a motherfucking thing. I did not discourage. And I encourage, and it's only so much encourage I'm finna fucking do. I'm not finna keep calling you to come to basketball games. I'm not finna keep calling you to come to football games. But you chose to be an absent parent, but yet on graduation night, you want to call and make my baby's graduation night the day before he graduated the worst night of his night. No, sir. And like I said it, and if I, like you said, would I redo it again? Would I do it the same way? Yes. Because my son was old enough to know what you were doing. He was old enough to see what you were doing. When he made those phone calls on his own, my son has written his dad, spoken to that. I encourage, but I'm not finna make a child do something he does not want to do.
Yes, the hell you do. You make a child do whatever the hell you tell them to do.
No.
And to reiterate and to piggyback off of what Brandy just said, was I raised by a single mom? Yes, I was. I was raised by a single mom, and we'll get into that when we take this commercial break. But yeah, I was definitely raised by a single mom, and the wit and the strength that she displayed and everything. But I will say this before we go to a commercial break: my mother didn't talk bad about my dad,
and I didn't talk bad about his dad either,
or his absence.
I didn't talk about him at all.
Okay, well,
I didn't talk bad about him. But we finna go to a commercial break.
Oh, we don't got heated up in here.
This show was brought to you by Balt Vodka.
You wanna shop? It's on me. Sex on the phone. Call me. You wanna talk? Darling, I'm on the hotline. You know you can get it. You wanna shop? It's on me. Sex on the phone. Call me. You wanna talk? Darling, I'm on the hotline. You know you can get it. Hello, I can do you right. Girl, you tired of looking?
And we're back here on Feel To Me Now. I'm comedian Dr. Foolish and my lovely Wandey Nowilliams. We here just talking about her ain't shit ass baby daddy. But we were saying, because she wasn't asking was I raised by a single mom, she actually was asking you. But I want to finish this because my mom is watching as well.
Hey, mommy.
My mom did an excellent job, and I knew as I was getting older, you know, sometimes my mom ain't got to say nothing. I was raised right. Like, I'm not about to disrespect my dad based on that they not together. Because when you get to that point where you wishing and you hoping that daddy just going to come back home, and then when you realize that it ain't happening, it's like the pressure that I'm placing on my mom and my grandma because that father figure ain't there. But I just thank them for their courage and their strength, because my mama ain't one of them women that say, you ain't got no daddy, I'm your daddy, this and that and the third. And I thank her for that. I really thank her for that. And me and my daddy don't have the best relationship in the world, but I would never disrespect him, and I would call him and ask him for advice. But the thing, the bonus of being a woman, you can always go find another man. And I'm thankful. I spent all of yesterday with my stepfather. I spent the whole entire day with my stepfather. I love this man just like he was my dad. I know he's not my biological father, but in order to to continue to move on in life, you got to understand that you made them choices. He didn't make you do that, and sometimes you just have to live with them and try to make the best of it, because they'll have a great relationship, but it has to happen organically. Now, you can answer that question.
I was raised by my mom and my dad, and my mom and my dad are still together to this day. And my blueprint is my parents. So I wasn't raised by a single mother.
Yeah.
I'm a single mother, but I wasn't raised by one. But
so you had another child?
After my daughter?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
no, after my son, I have a daughter.
After your son, you had a daughter, and you're not with that dude?
No, with him, I am.
Okay.
But with my son, I was a single parent. But midway, my daughter's father, he stepped in.
So why are you so bitter?
But where do you get bitter from?
I get it. I hear it in your voice.
No, I'm not bitter. You actually, what you hear is you said certain things that I was like, no, because the first thing you said is
you ready to open up a child support case on that man.
Oh, listen, plenty of times I could. Don't get it twisted. I'm not bitter. It's what you is when you said that women teach, or the mothers have them think that the father. No, not all women is that.
But everybody heard you say if he decides that is something he don't want to do as a child. No, but you have to step in. You have to step in. Yes, you do.
No. My child left Little League football, started high school. If I'm calling you to tell you, listen, he done transition to this, where you at? He done transition to this, where you at? Now he's in this chapter, he's like, where you at? You not calling. My son even took the time out to write you. You don't write. No. I encourage my son, because I know for a fact all male figure need that male figure in their life. I knew that. But I was blessed, and I thank God that I had a village. Now, your dad can't nobody replace his dad. I know that. But I was blessed to have a village. I had a church village. I had brothers. He had uncles. He had male figures, coaches, and all of that around him. So he didn't lose too much, but he lost where he could have been with, that father-son thing. But my thing is, if he was looking for a Father's Day, hey, why he ain't call me and tell me Happy Father's Day? Okay. He's old enough, whether he's 16, 17, 15, you call your son and ask him why he ain't call you and say Happy Father's Day.
But he's not. I don't think he's trying to be confrontational. So
no, not confrontational. You don't have to be. You don't have to be confrontational when you call your.
Because you the apple in his eye. Remember that you the mother. Mm-hmm. You've instilled all these great qualities in this young man as your son. So as a father that's been absent, he probably feel like his best way to get to his son would be through his mom. And if you cut those efforts, you only putting fuel on the fire that's gonna continue to burn. All I'm asking, sometimes you just gotta sit back and look at it from a different perspective. That's it. Just look at it from a different perspective.
Okay, so how much hurt and disappointment does a child have to endure from a father before enough is enough?
I can't say that how much a child can endure, but I feel like as a custodial parent, being the mother or the father that's in the house with that child, if you're placing things in that child's head, then you're causing more trauma than
what if
the
parent is not? What if that mother is not placing it? What if the child is just like, I'm good, I'm done? Like, what are
the chances? What are the chances of that?
I mean, when a child is going to...
So you telling me you've never said anything negative?
I promise you on my life, I've never. Child support, I didn't even ask
I didn't say child support. That's nothing negative. That's support.
I'm just telling you, it's support. But even that, I didn't use that as a spiteful tool. I didn't talk negative about him. You feel what I'm saying? When he had his situation going on and he could not be there, I let him know he could not be there. But when he can be there, he was not there.
18-year-old boy that continued to have kids after he had a child with you to miraculously wake up one morning and just be this great guy. Maybe you just chose the bad person.
No, not at all.
And sometimes you got to be at one with yourself and understand that, you know what, son, but I don't think you would do that. I don't think you would sit your son down and just say, it's on me. Because you controlled that narrative.
No, I like
19, you were a child still.
Okay.
At mine, you were still a child, and you didn't put much thought process into it because there was a child.
You're
that came out
100%
of
correct.
this.
I was a child, and for the first 5 years, it was a child taking the care of a baby with the help of her mother. So I had help. If he needed help was there. That has, you know what I'm saying, just picking up to see how he do.
But for you to say it is okay for your son to feel a certain
when my
type of
child
way,
is fed up, and every time I come
that's
to
you pacifying a situation that's making it worse for future.
It worked for me.
It ain't work for you. Clearly,
listen,
it ain't about you. It's about your son now. Clearly, it ain't work for you because there's a lot of pain that's coming from this side of the room, and I feel it.
Brandy, thank you. And Brandy is what one of the examples is what you stated, Brandy. Because when a child is growing up, especially boys, you would think a man or a boy, you say he was still a child, so a boy having a boy, typically most men are excited about their first son. Now it's the sport things. That's my junior. That's this, that's that. But I didn't expect anything. You know what I'm saying? The first couple of years, of course not. Yeah, we were kids because I didn't raise my child at the beginning years. I had my brother, I had my mama, I had my daddy. I had people helping me. And I was learning along the way. But at certain age, as that child is starting to grow up and being in different activities, whether it's school, sports, whatever the case is, show up. You don't even show up for birthdays. Like, you know what I'm saying? Kids are wiser than we think. Kids pay attention more than we think. And then at some point, the kids themselves are fed up. Will I down his father? No, I never did and I never will.
But
his
you straddling both sides of the fence because you said
his father called today and
ago,
say, hey, my son there, I'm going to get the phone and I'm going to give it to my son.
But
my son takes the phone and hangs up the phone. I'm going to politely take my phone and get back on Facebook.
And you're not going to say anything to him?
No, sir.
But that's where you feel at. That's where you feel
sir.
at. I was with you. I swear to God, I was with you the whole entire ride until you got to that point where you just allowed this disrespect to come into the household. You allowed that, Wendy. And you're being hard-headed right now. You're being hard-headed. You keep saying, that's not making sense.
No. Listen, I'm not his parent. I'm
not saying you gotta be his parent.
And I'm not gonna baby him either.
I'm stating what you said. If he does something like that, that is disrespect. And as the mother or as the custodial parent, you're supposed to stop him in his tracks and let him know. That's where you feel it.
No.
And when it come back around and he disrespect your ass,
he won't.
Accept it.
He won't.
Accept it. Because it's gonna happen.
He won't.
It's gonna happen. Trust and believe.
My child will not.
It's gonna happen. If you allow a child to disrespect another parent.
My child right now is the man of my house while my daughter's father's not here.
Make sure you call or you text me and say, "Foolish, you was right."
And I most definitely will.
Because it always happens. It always happens. Always. I don't even know the statistics on that. But I can guarantee you 99% of the time that if you allow your child to disrespect their parent, that disrespect going to come back around. It might not be today. It might not be tomorrow. But it's going to come. Trust and believe. It's going to come.
It ain't going to come.
Yes, it will. Sometimes you just got to get in the room and just cry to yourself. No, don't do that. No. When you got to get in the room sometimes and you got to cry to yourself and you got to pray and you got to ask God to guide you and ask for wisdom and understanding. Because when you allow that utter disrespect in your household, I promise you.
That is not disrespect.
It is.
No, it's not.
Every level.
No, it's not.
If the father of your child called your phone to speak to his dad and he hung up the phone, you can't control that action. But for you to say you're not going to say anything to your son, what kind of mother are you?
For what?
Exactly.
What am I saying something to him? He grown. What am I saying?
He grown.
He grown. And Brandy, you said that's true. What's true?
What you're saying, everything you said.
I want to hear from her.
What you just said. You want her to repeat everything you just said? You don't remember what you just said? Was it not real? Was it not true? Was it not genuine? Everything you just said. There's a viewer that's agreeing on everything you just said. And I'm okay with that because she's a woman.
I want to hear what's true.
You want to hear what true she elaborated on?
She might have agreed with you.
Well, no.
All she said was that's true. She might agree with you. I want to know what she mean was that's true. But
9 times out of 10, she's agreeing with me because I'm always right. I'm the Renaissance man. Shout out to Felicia. She couldn't make it here today, y'all. She was trying to get here, but keep her in y'all prayers, y'all. She in Facebook jail as we speak.
She was agreeing with you.
I'm sorry.
Why you talking about she agreeing with me? She was agreeing with you.
Because sometimes you just gotta just be real with yourself. Even if it hurts.
No, listen. If I felt like some of the stuff I hear what you're saying, but what you're saying, I'm sorry, it just didn't work for me. Maybe for another woman out there, if you're watching and you're doing what I'm doing or going down that step, listen to Ish. You know what I'm saying? Get in between, be the mediator. If they hang up, talk to the son, have him call back or whatever. Y'all could be the mediator. But that did not work for me. That did not work for me. He was not there from the beginning, and I did the But I'm gonna tell you, I did the calling. It's only so much calling I'm gonna do because I got a child to raise. I got things to handle. I'm gonna speak to you right now as a son. I ain't even finna speak as a father. I'm gonna speak as a son because what if he grow up and he realize and he say to himself as a man, damn, it wasn't even my daddy. It was my mama the whole time. He wouldn't be able to say that.
You don't know that. You don't know that.
I know
He's a black man. One. The scrutiny that we face in society.
And I talk to him about that every day.
And third, when he becomes of age and he might go through the same journey, might take the same journey you took, but he's definitely not because he's 22 now. You had your first child when you was 18, so he already defied those odds of being a young parent. But stop punishing men for doing things they did when they were a boy.
No matter what me and his father went through or him and his father go through, I guarantee, and I could put money, he would never sit in my face or anybody's face and say I ever disrespected him or disrespected his name or disrespected him to my son. That's something I would never. No, I didn't. My son.
Now, don't contradict yourself. No, you said it.
What you call disrespect? Because he.
That was disrespect. You said we talking theoretically now. You said if he got the phone and he hung up and gave it to you, you didn't say it happened. I was just commenting. No,
I'm asking you what is disrespect? Because my son has never cussed his father out. He doesn't yell at his father. He doesn't use profanity to his father. They just don't speak. My time period of encouraging him to do what he needs to do as a son with his father had ran out. I was done. How can you put a time frame on your child? No, I put a time frame on his father. I have a child and I continue to parent my child. And then shout out to my baby, and I love him, that one nutso from Broward County who stepped in as his father and was there where his father wasn't. But at the same time, Wandey, you gotta look in the mirror and ask yourself. Well, I think God ain't got to do it all over again. Well, because I'm not doing it all over again. I'm done with it. Yeah, but you can't allow that. Well, if you take any advice that I ever gave you, you can't be that hard on the person because it reflects on your son because he's right there with you. Because kids may never say anything. And I'm gonna tell you something. When my mama was raising me by myself, it was so many times well, dang, why my dad ain't here? My daddy got other kids. I see my daddy taking care of his kids. I see my daddy taking them on trips and stuff. And then it's either you gonna think your daddy ain't shit or you gonna think, damn, mom, what my mama did to my daddy, because I still see the good in this man because I see what he doing for his other kids. So I gotta think it ain't him being a father. It was at times, was it my mom? But then I never would ask her that because I didn't want to get the taste slapped out my mouth. But to sit back, and that's a lot of pain on a black child, on any child. Let's not get gender specific. That's a lot of pain on any child. But I do thank my mother for not allowing me that type of leeway to think I could just disrespect my daddy because I'm mad at him. No. He ain't never whooped me, but guess what? If I disrespect him, I knew my mama would have chastised me for that. So I thank my mama for being as strong as she was as a single mom raising 5 kids on her own. Catherine. That's my mama. My son doesn't disrespect his father. What I don't do is chase his father down to be a father. At some point, my calling, texting, communicating with him to have him communicate with his son, I was over it. Then with my son, I let him know, call your dad, do this, do that. But at some point, I was over it. Once my son was over it and wasn't getting what he was looking for out of his father, I myself was over it as well. Because I still had a son to raise. Like I said earlier, I was blessed enough to have a village. I had church family. I had uncles. He had mentors, and he had coaches. So as far as the disrespect, that's why I was acting ish. I understand what I'm understanding you saying is the fact that I did not push him to build a relationship.
No,
with,
I'm not
Let
saying
me finish
push
so I
him.
can make sure I'm understanding. From what I'm understanding is you're saying that what I'm getting from what you're saying is that I didn't push enough or encourage enough for him to build a relationship between him and his father. That's disrespect. Me, what I consider disrespect is him actually verbally or physically disrespecting his father, and that never happened.
But disrespect don't have to come in verbal.
I understand. That's why I'm making sure I'm understand what you're saying. I do not disrespect his father in front of him or behind his father back. I never disrespected his father in his face or behind his back. What I am saying, me as a parent, because like I said earlier, the topic was at what age should I did not call my dad and tell my dad happy Father's Day, should he be going to the mom as why my daughter ain't call, or should he be calling his daughter or son, hey, what's up, what's going on? You ain't even give me a call, whoop de whoop de whoop. At what age is it the parent's responsibility to make sure the child says happy Father's Day, or is it just a child at a certain age? What age is that? That's what the question was. And I said from myself, my experience with my son, it was so many. After that, I was done with it. And if he wants to call, he calls. If he doesn't want to call his father, he doesn't want to call his father.
And since we keeping it 100, I'm gonna keep it 100. I wasn't the best father, but I tried. I all my efforts were shut down. And what I seen Brandy say something, and I'm going to get back to what my mom said, that my grandmother raised 10 kids as a single mom, and she never allowed her kids to disrespect their dad that wasn't even there. He was in another state. And I think that because my grandmother didn't do that to her kids, that they love my grandfather unconditionally. But now, fast forward to 2020, the internet has allowed so much disrespect to go on in the households and to try to bash people. And I'm coming to what Brandy said about the bashing. You know, I woke up one morning and
Can you do that one after the break?
Okay, we'll talk about it after the break. We're going to do that one
after the break.
This show was brought to you by Balt
Mama's
Vodka.
finna go in.
You wanna shop? It's on me. Sex on the phone. Call me. You wanna talk? Darling, I'm on the hotline. You know you can get it. You wanna shop? It's on me. Sex on the phone. Call me. You wanna talk? Darling, I'm on the hotline. You know you can get it. Hello, I can do you right. Girl, you tired of looking?
And say something about both.
All right. Welcome back. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Filter Me Not, your girl Wandey Nowilliams, and I got that boy Ish. Shout out to Balt, our sponsor, Balt Bernard Smalls. He is in tonight. He's joining us. Balt Vodka, Smooth, strawberry infused, guaranteed no headaches, guaranteed no hangovers.
But if you drink that whole bottle, you're going to be fucked up. So you're going to have a hangover if you drink that whole bottle.
It's black owned, but like my boss says, don't buy it because it's black owned. Buy it because it's good. So it's www.baltvodka.com. It is available officially in a Boynton location. And also, if you need it, just holler at the station and we got y'all.
And drink honorably.
Drink honorably.
I like that.
Matter of fact, I will be giving away the month of July. My birthday's coming up, y'all. I'm a Cancer baby. Yes, we are here.
I can tell from your baby daddy stories. You're a counselor.
We are officially here, and I will be giving out some bulk gear, ladies. It's mostly ladies gear, but it's bulk gear. We have shorts, we have onesies, we have sweaters, and we might even give out a bottle. So pay attention to the information that we're giving out when it comes to bulk. Research Bernard Smalls. Reason behind the bulk. So we're gonna throw out different questions, okay? So, but thank you for tuning in. But go ahead, you was gonna
like as far as like the internet, like I know sometimes people get to their breaking points, and they just need that cry. They just need to just let it go. But I think that people have allowed the internet to manipulate them in such bashful ways that they could just wake up one morning and you can say whatever you want to say about a person because you feeling some type of way. But if you're gonna tell the story, tell it the whole entire truth. This is my first time. I'm breaking news here, ladies and gentlemen. Me and my baby mama ain't the best of friends. You know, we had our kids at a very, very young age, so I can understand where you coming from. And I had supportive parents. I've had, like you said, you had a village. I had a support system that would allow me to stay in college and still, you know, get my education. And my parents, especially my mom and my stepfather, would help raise my child in the absence of me trying to be a better individual. Fast forward, kids get older. They get older. They see certain things. I know for a fact to this day that my kids worship the ground I walk on. But at some point, something went wrong mentally with them to think that it's okay to disrespect your father based on the things that you have heard. And things that kids gonna repeat what they hear. And you know they had to have heard it from adults.
And so, just how they say it, you know it came from an adult. So
I called my mom because I was torn. I was hurt to think that somebody would do something like that to me. And I'm going to salute you for not being that individual. And I know a couple of other viewers on here personally that I know wouldn't do something like that. But and I don't hate her for it. But what I'm simply saying is that when you allow that type of disrespect to come into a core of a family, that when it come on you, just be able to accept that in that way, because we may not see eye to eye, but I would still, even after she did that, I would never disrespect her because that is the mother of my kids. And me disrespecting her, how could I be mad if somebody disrespect mine?
Right.
So I think it's the glass half full, glass half empty.
Definitely.
But I think that when you allow your child to think that it's okay to disrespect another parent, you are 100% wrong. I don't care under what terms it is. You should never allow your child to disrespect their mother or their father. And hey, Nisha tuning in. But let's change the subject.
Shout out to all the fathers. Shout out to all the fathers. Ladies, take notes to what he's saying. That journey for me.
Because everything ain't gonna always be peaches. Everything ain't gonna be the Huxtables. Everything ain't gonna always be what you see on TV, because you know people grow and people change, and that don't mean that this ain't the best person for you, but they was best for that situation that they was placed in. And sometimes people just grow, and when people grow, sometimes you gotta let them go. Cause I guess growing.
My baby daddy's still growing, so.
Yeah, but you talking about an 18-year-old boy.
No, I'm talking about the now.
But it started. I mean, it started.
I can never hold him. From
It sounds like it.
Listen, from
It
18
sounds
to 22,
exactly like
I
that's
can't
what
fault
you
him
did.
because from 18 to 22, 19 to 22, I ain't know nothing. I
And you still don't. Apparently,
apparently
you still don't know much because you ready to just throw in the towel.
Oh no, the towel been thrown in.
But don't do that. You shouldn't. But I'm saying this. I'm saying this to you as a friend and as your co-host. Don't have that thought process. What you need to do is sit down and talk to your son and be a woman. And don't talk to him as his mother. Talk to him as a woman. That one day you gonna pray to God that your son don't have to go through the same thing. So you gotta educate him. Cause he don't know everything. He's only 22. So let him know his daddy probably ain't that bad of a person. It probably your ass.
No.
Probably you. I think
It's
it was
probably
you. If that attitude you showed 17 minutes ago, yeah, you definitely.
I just know how to listen, kick rocks and keep it moving.
Yeah, I give her credit. I give her credit, Mom. I give her credit. She raised two amazing kids, and her third kid that she had in her marriage. I give her credit. I would never bash my baby mom. I don't care what it is. I'll say jokes and stuff, but I talk about everybody, even my mama, when I'm joking.
Shots fired where? Ain't nothing hurt here. Love don't change.
Yeah, but Brandy said just have that conversation with him and find out how he really feel about his dad.
No, I'll do that. I'm listen. I don't even know what hate is, but I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna actually take your word.
Cause you
Brandy,
know what?
you too.
Nobody ever perfects parenting.
Right.
You learn every day on being a better parent. You find out things. Parenting that ain't an instruction manual for parenting. So you learn and you grow, but don't throw the towel in.
But no, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna have that conversation, and then the following Monday I will let y'all know how that conversation went.
Okay, that's what's up.
So I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take the.
Reach one, teach one.
So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna have that conversation because I'm pretty sure. Listen, I'm not blind to it. I'm sure there's like a hole. There's some feelings. There's some hurt because his father is not there.
You hurt.
But no, not for me.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Whether you're gonna admit to it or not, and I don't even expect you to.
I'm hurt for my son.
Well, you're hurt. Period.
I'm hurt for my son. I'm not hurt over that man.
I'm definitely not saying you hurt about the man, but you definitely hurt. Like because you feel like as a mother, you still feel like there's something.
If that's what you're talking, hurt for my definitely. That's absolutely no question because my son should not have to want for his father. My son should not have to envy somebody else's father. You feel what I'm saying? So definitely it's plenty of times that I was pissed off. When my son cried, I cry. When my son got upset on the night before his graduation because he was upset he didn't get tickets, but didn't understand. Listen, the graduation is something that's planned way ahead. Tickets already mapped out.
That's wrong. That's evil.
Listen,
I don't want to listen. That is evil.
Well,
ain't no tickets mapped out. When you talking about graduation, he got 4 tickets. He got 4 tickets. He got 4 tickets. Them first 2 tickets already accounted for.
To who?
Mom and Dad. See, that's where you're wrong. Wendy, you are so wrong. You are so wrong. I'm baffled right now. I can't believe
you're going to be baffled.
Graduation?
Yes,
Seriously.
Graduation. Seriously.
Man, I would. Okay.
Seriously. Graduation was for me, his auntie.
His auntie? Are you serious?
Very serious. Has a heart attack. Yeah, where his dad should have had him a car in high school.
His dad should have gotten a ticket regardless of the relationship.
Okay, well, that was my son's choice, and my son chose.
But you allow him to make a bad choice.
Not to, and that's what it was.
You allow him to make a bad choice,
Listen,
Wendy.
Different stroke for different folks, and that stroke worked for us. Okay? Am I encouraging anybody else to do the same? No. If you can make it work, make it work. You want to get the father a ticket, get the father a ticket. You want to push that relationship to the max, push it. To the windows, to the walls. But what worked for me, worked for me. Okay? So you was
okay with your son not giving his dad a ticket to his graduation? No, seriously.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I can't believe it.
His son was not there at 9th grade. He was not there at 10th. He wasn't there at 11th. He wasn't there at middle school. He wasn't there. This man has not made a birthday. There's not one birth. He didn't even make the fucking birth. What the fuck do you mean? Different stroke for different folks. This is what worked for me. I would not encourage no other woman.
Apparently, it didn't work for you because he's 22 now, and it's still that void that's there. So apparently, it ain't working.
He has his
Be
biological.
careful what you
He has
speak.
his biological father void. Yes, his biological father, but he has my husband who's been there. My husband has been there. School clothes, he's there. Games, he's there. Hospital, he's there. Driving up to college, he's there.
But even your husband would, as a man, I would think he would say, "Baby, you wrong. His daddy should have a ticket to his graduation." That's what a real. I'm not saying you're not married to a real man, but I'm saying a real man would have said, "I don't think it's fair. I understand, baby. I'm here. I closed that gap. And I've been a father figure to your son as well. But as a father to my own kids, I don't think that it's right that my stepson has allowed you to make."
Those out there who need those advice, listen to Ish. Because Ish is giving that spiel. Because I don't have to go through that anymore. And like you said earlier, we don't know everything about parenting. Clearly, I was clueless then.
You were wrong.
But guess what?
So you going to admit you were wrong?
No.
Wow.
No.
So if you did it all over again, you would allow your son to not invite his father.
If his father did the same thing he did all over again, yes.
We ain't talking under them terms. I'm asking you if you had a chance.
I hear you, Brandy, but again, it worked for me. That's what our trials and our tribulation was in my household. My son.
You came from a structured setting. You had your mama and your daddy there. For you to allow your child not to invite his daddy to his graduation, that's blasphemy. It is.
No.
You know, and your parents told you it was wrong.
No.
They thought it, damn it. They thought it. No, I don't believe that.
I promise you.
I don't believe that.
Listen, you're welcome to
not
come
the
to the house.
culture that I know you're brought up in, when there's love and there's unity and there's God and all of these things. There's no way a person that came up in a structured household with their mom and their dad. My
Haitian father was more upset than I was at what the father did when he called that night before. So if maybe he's a bad parent too. I don't know. He didn't encourage us to get him no tickets. It is what it is, y'all, for me. Listen, y'all be okay because we definitely okay over here. But
you're not okay.
Those who in the comments.
You're not okay.
Those who in the comments, please take heed. Don't make the mistake that I made.
Okay, thank you.
Don't make
She's
the mistake that I made.
A mistake.
But hey, take heed to Ish.
No, it ain't even about take heed. It's a matter of we having a debate. We're having a discussion. And if I said something wrong and that you didn't agree on, I would listen to you and I would try to understand, to see it in your perspective, because apparently it ain't gonna change your attitude on the way you
Brandy,
handle it.
No, sweetie. I didn't make another man feel better than his father. You guys gotta understand, kids are kids.
Yes. No, you can't say that. Kids ain't just kids. They're your kids.
Okay, go ahead.
Kids ain't just kids.
Okay.
Wendy, you can't say that.
I did not make another man better in my son's eyes. His father made another man better in his eyes. He was never there. If I have to call you to tell you birthdays, this, that, and the third, and you still don't make it, if you make promises to your son and you still don't make it, listen, you're not a child. Yeah, we were children when we had kids, but as my child was growing up, you were growing up too. Okay? Now I covered at certain points, but I'm not finna. I'm not covering. No.
You simply threw in the towel too soon.
Yeah.
And that's one thing you can never do with a child. I don't care if he's 36 years old.
Y'all just pray for me, okay? Those who know the prayer, pray for me. How about that?
We'll go with that.
How about that?
We'll definitely go with that. We're gonna pray for you. What's up? Everybody tuning in. Share the live, man. Share the live. Share the love. Share the live. Yeah, but you got a lot of growing up to do, Wendy. you need to grow up. Seriously, like I just think it.
That's why it hurt. She couldn't give her son what she had, and it made you a different person from your upbringing. Yeah. Okay, Brandy.
You understand what she's saying?
I couldn't give my son a 2-parent household.
Yeah.
Listen, I can't make a father be there. He was gone before the household was even put together. Okay, before I had my child, he was gone. Okay,
But would you be woman enough to just ever say that to your son? That son, I had you at a really young age.
why wouldn't I say that?
I'm just asking. And
listen, I'm woman enough based on what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm woman enough to say, you know what? I already told you, I will talk to him.
You can
listen,
fix
I'm a
it,
woman.
Wendy. You can
I
fix
will
it.
talk to him, and I will say, you know, maybe I could have encouraged you more.
Not so much of
what
more
is
encouraging
done
him,
is
but
done.
not so much of encouraging him, but not discouraging the kid.
So me not telling him, no, give your final ticket for your dad. That's discouraging.
Yeah, that was a low blow, Wendy. Really, that was.
Yeah, well, my son come first, and his feelings were
Your
hurt.
son come
so
first.
I
I
less.
understand your son come first, Wendy, but still, that right there was like a slap in the face.
Y'all
to
pray for me.
manhood.
Brandy, pray for me, okay?
That was a slap in the face to manhood.
Shondell, y'all pray for me, okay? Those who know the Lord's Prayer, pray for your sister, okay? I appreciate it. I take all positive prayers, okay? To the Most High, to God, not anything else, okay?
Brandy's Jehovah's Witness, so I don't know if you want her praying for you.
Yeah, pray to God for me.
They got
Go through the sun. You must go through the sun. If you don't go through the sun to pray, don't pray for me.
And Chandel a Muslim, so I don't know how that's gonna even go. A Muslim and a Jehovah's Witness praying for you. Shit, I don't think God put with neither one of them. I'm just saying that's what I heard.
Those who go through Jesus first, y'all pray for me. But we're gonna switch gears. But again, shout out to all the fathers. Happy Father's Day. I know it's the day after, but happy Father's Day to y'all. Good job, great job, and y'all do what y'all do. But we're gonna get into the Ja Rule clip.
Y'all, the rapper Ja Rule, formerly of Murder Inc. Records, under Irv Gotti, you know who Ja Rule is, the guy that 50 Cent destroyed his entire career, done a commercial for this Spanish restaurant in New York.
Pizza? What is it? Pizza?
I don't know what the hell it is. Play the clip, ladies.
Basically, he took a L.
Yeah, play the clip. This is Ja Rule.
Yo, mama! Papa Cristo's got the best motherfucking gyros you ever ate in your life. So good. Think to you got to have Peters. Papa Cristo Peters. They got everything. I'ma just give you a rundown of some of my favorites. They got tzatziki. Hold on. Octopi tequila. Well, whatever. But it's good. Abolimano soup. Cava pizza. And they got wine too. I'm telling you, come on down to Papa Cristo's. You can't even pronounce the food. It's so goddamn good. Show them what you working with, Papa. Show them how you do it.
Hey, Papa, hey, where are you? Papa Cristo, are you here? Papa Cristo, are you here?
Come on down to Papa Cristo's, 2771 West Boulevard, Pico. Or you can call right now and get it delivered. Papa Cristo's, ooh, make you want to do the dance. Opa!
It's murder.
So that's y'all favorite rapper. What's really good?
Ja Rule used to be the man though, for real though. But that's right there. That man working. That man is working, y'all.
Listen,
I was gonna drag his ass, but that man is working.
I done seen better TikToks.
What that phone number was? Shit, I'm finna call the order.
Hey, y'all seen that number? Y'all call and place the order, okay? Support Ja. You know, I'm sure he gets a commission.
Tell him I'm on Flatbush. Let me get 80 Peter wraps. And the fact
he
that
can't even pronounce what the man's selling.
It's crazy, but the whole thing about the commercial that had me gone, Ja Rule ain't have on no shoes. You didn't see it. He had on socks in the whole commercial. Like, it's murder. It's definitely murder. But he working. But the crazy part is that Ja Rule's career was ended. Basically, 50 Cent destroyed his whole career. But what's so funny is all the new rappers sound just like Ja Rule. From Roddy Ricch to NBA Youngboy to Lil Baby They got the singing and the rapping. Young Blue, they got the singing and the rapping. And Ja Rule was the person that started that.
Wait a minute. Blue is the one with the... He raps?
Young Blue.
Yeah.
Yeah. He got a lot of rap songs. I don't know. You old, so I don't know. You probably don't know Young Blue. My baby love Young Blue. That's his
What's
favorite
the song?
rapper. He got Elevators. He got it's a lot of graphic stuff. My baby shouldn't even like Young Blue, but he do. I just let him like him because it keep him quiet. Talking about that.
How old is?
9. Hey, love Young Blue, but that's the same rap that 50 Cent said wasn't rap, and he destroyed Ja Rule's career. But now it's just that it come back around, and the thing is now it ain't a lot of creative minds out there anymore because everybody just copycat
doing the same.
You can't reinvent the wheel. But I mean, if it works for them, then oh well. But
y'all
and the
listen.
rapping.
Y'all could go back on the show, replay it. Y'all support Ja Rule, 'cause I'm sure he gets a commission or something. Off the commercial.
Sure he got paid for. I don't think he get no commission. That commercial looked like he got $1,000. He got $1,000 to make that commercial, and he did that. He definitely made that commercial for $1,000, and he probably can go and eat there anytime he want.
Anytime. Take pictures and
I'd
all.
have did that shit for $1,000. I probably would have had on some shoes, but I would have definitely.
I think you would have pronounced the words better.
And what's up with your president though?
So who went out to the rally? How many of y'all went out to the rally? Did anybody watch the rally? I want to know.
They said it was just on Telemundo.
Yep.
And I ain't got my C-SPAN, but
we had some kids. They did the 50.
To what 50 did to Ja Rule at the concert.
Exactly. So,
explain what happened to the viewers that
y'all know he had the rally. He didn't know about June 19th because that was the original rally. You think he knew?
Yeah, I knew. That's why he did it on that day. It was malice intended from the whole thing.
You think he knew?
Of course.
I thought maybe he was ignorant to it.
It's the conquer and divide. Why would you have set a rally on that day? You got to think. Mm-hmm. White people, and I'm no disrespect to any white viewers, because I have white friends as well, but think about it. What white people were going to celebrate Juneteenth?
None.
So why not have a rally on the same day? Because we'll keep all of what he would think. We would keep those ignorant black people over there, and we're going to come over here. Mm-hmm. It was genius with him, but it was malice because I feel like it was disrespect to the black communities all over America to have a presidential rally on the same day that blacks received their freedom. Mm-hmm. And it's just him thinking outside of the box.
I looked at it the opposite way. I looked at it as if he didn't even know, because I didn't know about June 19th till Blackish, when I seen the episode. Okay, that's when I learned about actually
public school again. Public school
of June 19th, and actually, because from my understanding, blacks were free 2 years before that actual date, but they just weren't free in Texas.
Well, blacks had been free in. I've seen documents that blacks were free 7, 8, some as long as 12 years before they even knew. Right. In the southern states, because you got to realize that, the communication ain't like it is now. Right. Where it's a phone and, everything the way it is. But, yeah.
Yeah, they were actually free, but certain part of the South, like you saying, they did not know.
Let's stop saying free. Let's say independence.
Independence.
Because a lot of us still not free. You see what I did, ladies and gentlemen? You see what I did?
So,
a lot of us still not free.
From what you said, I got the opposite. I got it to where he really did not know.
Oh, he's the president of the United States of America. He knew. He knew.
So the reason why I say he did not know the reason why
Trump ain't as dumb as we think he is.
The reason why I say I didn't think he actually paid attention to know is because you have George Floyd's situation going on. Then right after George Floyd, you had in Atlanta?
Oh, Brooks.
Brooks. You have Brooks in Atlanta. And then for you to turn around and say on June 19th, and you hear, and it's all over where people are talking about June 19th, you know what I'm saying, with everything going on, and then this is the day that you're going to do the rally. You took malice from it, which can be
Wendy,
true.
This
But
man is one of the most wealthiest men
Mm-hmm.
on the face of this earth. He knew.
I mean, some of the richest people are dumb too.
But
I'm just saying.
not
Listen, I don't know
Trump.
if he did or didn't. I'm just saying that's what my takeaway was.
He ain't as dumb as he portrays himself to be. He's actually running the country. So I got to give him some type of nudge. But to say you don't think, just say you didn't know.
I didn't know.
He knew.
Till Blackish.
He knew.
But I don't.
He knew decades ago.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, his father was a, wealthy man. Like, they know history. Rich white people definitely know history. Cause they don't want it to repeat itself, so they try to keep people in the hush that they don't find out these hard things or these harsh things happen to blacks or other minorities across the United States.
Mm-hmm.
But trust and believe, Donald Trump knew everything about Juneteenth and the black communities and stuff. It's just that he puts on this facade that he don't know, but he knew. It was the slap in the face to black people. And if you don't get that as a black African American in
A lot don't.
the United States, then I don't know what else it is. That's just like you telling me I'm gonna have a party July the 2nd. I work with you. I know that you're gonna have a party July the 2nd, and then I go throw a party on July the 2nd, the same day. Cause I have no respect for what you doing, and in my mind I'm thinking, well, that Wendy and her friends. She ain't got the same friends as me,
Right.
So I'm gonna throw my
Which
own
a lot of them
event.
do.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw my own event on, and just like you said, that happens right in our communities. So how could you be so surprised when the president, head of state, does the same thing? No.
I was definitely. Because I already knew if it had gone on, it would have went all the way wrong. If he would have kept that date, but like
I think
like,
for his safety and to get the people there that he really wanted there, it was brilliant. I'm gonna throw a rally on the same day as black people and getting their independence, because I don't expect hundreds of black people to come out. But what the TikTokers did was reserve.
Yeah.
They reserved seats to think.
So apparently, there's a Twitter page for the rally. They put on Twitter that you can call and reserve seats for the rally. So you had a TikToker who seen it.
Yeah.
And they just kept sharing it and sharing it and sharing it. And then you had another group called K-pop. I don't know. I'm not sure what the K-pop, Korean something, but it's K-pop. So between
That's
TikTok,
the little boy band.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they got
so
little
between
bangs
them
and stuff.
and
Yeah.
TikTok, they shared it. They had a whole clip on TikTok
You
and
know what
everything.
K-pop is? Public school.
I'm old. They reserved. They did the 50. Did the Ja Rule. They reserved a whole. That's part of why the arena was empty.
They thought it was gonna be packed. This boy band by the name of K-pop, and there were some TikTokers that were sharing this invitation for
sharing
people
the number, sharing
to
the information to call
RSVP
your seats.
your seat at the rally. And man, they rented out a space for like 20,000, and there were about 4,000 people that showed up. Now my thing to them is, boy, that was a lot of
Kudos
calls.
to y'all.
That was a lot of calling and RSVPing for 16,000 seats that were empty. And you know how Trump, he boosts up the numbers all the time. There wasn't 4,000. There was about 11,000 people.
No, this the one. We had them come sit. They came out to the floor. They came from the seat and came out to the floor. Pink got on. Was it Instagram? She said, "Listen, I fill up that arena in 5 minutes."
Yeah, definitely.
She said she filled up that seat. But I'm saying, then I noticed, I didn't watch the whole thing. But if you watched, correct me if I'm wrong, but it literally was like a section for black people. That was it. They weren't spread out. It just was like a section.
But
there.
I don't think it was like a section for black people.
That's all they were.
But because sometimes when we see people that look like us, we just be like, okay, shit, I'm finna go over there. I don't
Yeah.
think they deliberately
look-
had a section for black people.
It looked
but
that
they
way.
try to put as many black people
In the front.
in the front or on the camera. But when you're
looking
talking
like-
about like stage productions, and I've been doing productions for a long time, that when you have cameras, you have a stage director that stage people in certain ethnicities of where they want what they want them to sit at in the audience. So when the camera gets them, they're gonna see the Mexican, they're gonna see the Puerto Rican, they're gonna see the African American, they're gonna see the biracial, they're gonna see the white, they're gonna see a light skin, they're gonna see all that. And it's just to play on your mind to really think that black people are really supporting this, or minorities are really supporting the movement of what's going on in
You'll
the
be
Trump
surprised.
administration. No, I won't be surprised, because everybody's they geared to have their own choice on who they're gonna vote for. I'm never gonna judge an individual based on who they vote
Fabian
for.
says she reserved 10 seats. Fabian, you play too much.
How they little Haitian flags out there, baby. That's funny right there. She probably did too, for real. Little messy self.
Had I known, I probably reserved seats too, but I didn't.
You were gonna invite your baby daddy?
Yeah. He could go to that one. He could go to that rally. Hey, he
I'm
done
so
did some
petty.
stuff. He could have made that one. We would have got him four tickets.
So you like what everything is going with this campaign and everything that's going on? Because to be real with you, I think it's right now is just pick your poison.
Pretty much.
Because I don't see the thing with when the Obama administration was there. Like Obama won because Obama was the best man for the job. I'm not saying he wouldn't have won if he was running against a more polished candidate, but with Trump, it's like when he was running against Hillary, it was like I ain't gonna vote for Hillary because I don't know, and I think he's gonna win again.
You think so?
Yeah, man, it's sad.
Y'all
to say.
think Trump gonna win again?
Yeah.
Well, I think I can.
Especially if the electoral college has
And then
something to do with it.
with voting, there a lot of polling sites that were going to be open are not going to be open.
It's just rigged.
And
It's fixed.
With the whole pandemic, the whole coronavirus, they're encouraging mailing votes. Then you can't even trust that your vote's gonna count. You feel what I'm saying? Because where is it going? Are y'all really putting my vote for?
I forgot about the coronavirus.
Coronavirus, we are 31,000 people.
I don't want to be 32.
31,000 people
I want to be 31,001.
in Florida by itself. Okay, guys? I know we take it lightly. Well, not we. Some. We take it lightly. It's a pandemic. Whether they planned it or didn't plan it, it's still killing.
You got tested?
So, no.
Oh,
Did you get tested?
yeah.
Oh, no, I ain't get
I don't
tested.
got the coronavirus. Let me get over
But
here.
D.L. Hughley, that over the weekend he was doing a stand-up comedy show and he passed out.
That was cocaine.
And he passed out from dehydration, but when he did go to the hospital, he got tested and he tested positive. But he was one of those who are asymptomatic, which I can be asymptomatic.
Hey,
I
who?
can have it, but I
you
don't
gonna be
show
where?
any symptoms.
You can
and
be
that's
who?
what D.L. Hughley issue was. So y'all be mindful when
What you said you can be?
When you wear your mask, you're protecting others from you. You're not protecting yourself from others.
You said you could be a systematic.
You're the teacher.
No, I'm just saying. I don't want to.
So you can be asymptomatic.
I ain't no. I ain't nothing
But
systematic about
so
me.
y'all be mindful.
I'm
you
pro-black.
I know people are going out and hanging out, and we're clubbing, we're doing this, the private parties and stuff like that. Just remember who you're going home to. Whether you're going to a home where mom and dad and grandma and stuff still live there, or you're going to your baby mama house, or you're going to your house, your kids. Be mindful who you're going back to, because I mean it's real. They're even talking about shutting the state of Florida back down again. If the numbers keep rising the way they're rising, They will, and this is
That's
not
the Haitians keep having all these pool parties.
and that's not even the second wave, the supposed second wave. Actually, Governor DeSantos tried to blame.
It's the Haitians having them
Spanish
pool
folks.
parties. I
And-
know the real fact. The Haitians will be having so many pool parties
Well,
since
if
the
y'all
pandemic.
Haitians out there, because
Usually
most Haitians don't even have a pool. But
They,
if y'all
these new
have
Haitians, I'm
pools,
talking about
y'all
the
having
Zoes.
parties.
These new Haitians, I ain't talking about like the Haitian like what you is. I'm talking about like the Zoes. You ain't a Zoe, you a Haitian. You a mommy. You not no
So y'all
Zoe.
Zoes that's out there having these parties tighten up, because most of y'all probably still staying at home with mommy. So you're bringing that stuff back to
I'm
mommy.
talking about the ones that drive like the Range Rovers and the Mercedes Benzes and stuff.
the
They've been
check
having,
boys.
yeah, they've been having
Oh,
pool
okay.
parties and stuff. And that's been that chlorine
Well,
don't
y'all-
kill the corona.
Y'all stimulus, y'all check boys, y'all cash app boys, y'all just chill. Just chill. Outside gonna open.
Them Haitians be partying. They keeping up this coronavirus. I ain't talking about all
Then
Haitians.
you got
I'm talking
people
about the Zoes.
running. We running to Orlando. We're
The
running to
Haitians.
Orlando to have
Haitians.
parties. We're
Haitians.
running to Orlando. Be mindful where you running to.
You ain't offended that I don't keep saying the Haitians, are you? Cause
For what?
It's them. Gene them. They been having all the little scribble parties and pool parties and stuff. Y'all pushing up these corona numbers. Y'all need to sit down somewhere for real. Y'all rich.
Fabian, you say the ones that do
Haitians.
fraud.
That's what I was going to say.
But y'all, just be mindful. I mean, call it what you want to call it, but at the end of the day, do what worked for you. If-
But for real though, on real fact though, I ain't seen a Haitian that caught corona yet. You did?
yes,
Oh, they ain't no real Haitian then.
yes.
They ain't no mommy or no papi. They probably
Actually,
was
I
a
know
Zoe.
a couple. Yeah.
Well, they weren't on real Haitians. I'm talking about these type of Haitians right here, Wendy. I'm talking about the Haitians that be, them Haitians right there that carry the little basket
No,
on
I
top
don't
of their head.
know.
Them Haitians
I
can't
don't
catch
know
no
no older people
coronavirus.
that has caught it. The
Exactly.
older Haitians, no.
Them
But I
Haitians
know
that have a little,
people younger than me who have
the Haitians that have
who
the
have
basket
caught
on their
the
head.
virus.
Ain't no
And
Gene
it-
St. Fleur caught no coronavirus. Ain't no Gene St. Fleur caught the coronavirus. You can tell that to somebody else.
Hey, you know what people say? The virus ain't real because they ain't heard of nobody homeless catching it. But how y'all gonna hear of a homeless person catch it? Y'all don't even help the homeless. So how was y'all finna find that out?
The coronavirus got standards, bitch. The coronavirus ain't finna get on nobody that homeless. I dare
So,
you.
do you know the criteria?
What? The coronavirus?
Who the virus attached to?
White people, like older white people, broke black people, not broke, but like broken black people, Mexicans and Chinese people. It ain't really like no real niggas.
Fabian, that's true.
Ain't no Jerome caught that.
Because the one girl that I know, that's how she beat it. Because she went to the hospital. She tested because she felt sick. She tested. She was positive. She came back home. And that's what mommy
They let her go home?
Yeah. Because they don't keep you. You only get kept if your breathing really is bad. Then they put you on a ventilator. But if you're breathing, they send you home to quarantine.
Oh, Haitians ain't gonna catch no coronavirus. That Razak lotion kill all that right there. That Razak lotion. If you a Haitian out there and you put on some Razak lotion, ain't shit getting on you. Ain't no coronavirus, ain't no mosquitoes, ain't no dragonflies, ain't no dirt even finna get on you. You put on
went all
Razak
the way
lotion
back
to go
to that
to the
lotion.
beach. The sand won't even get on your ass. Hey, that will kill the coronavirus, y'all. Go to your neighborhood beauty supply store tomorrow and buy you some Razak lotion.
Not Ambi?
Aura, A-Y, Zach, Z-A-C. I'm telling you now, the shit smell good and bad at the same goddamn time, but you'll be all right.
It be on, but don't last.
That Razak lotion be on your ass for 4 days. You don't even got to bathe with Razak lotion. That shit like dirt resistant. Like you can't even get dirty with Razak lotion on. Yeah, they still make that, Fabian. That shit like $1.99. You get a bottle about
A
this
big
goddamn
jar.
tall. Like for real. You had that bitch for a whole lifetime. They had it in Sam's one time, but they had a recall on it.
You're retarded.
Razak get rid of dog manes and all. I'm telling you, Razak lotion is curing the coronavirus, y'all.
Hey, Shane. How you doing? Bernard said, was that lotion, Bernard?
Yeah, bro. That don't Bernard. If you ain't never put on none, don't put on none now. I'm telling you right now.
Shout out to
You walking
Bernard,
backwards.
Mr. Bolt himself.
That white bottle with the purple writing. That thing will have your skin exfoliating in your sleep. that raisin, it like syrup, but it ain't like syrup. It when you squeeze it out, it's thick. It's like thick, like it's like if black ice, you know the little air fresheners that be in the car, cause the Haitians love them black ice.
I got some in my car right
oh
now.
Man, that black ice.
I got some in my car right now.
If black ice and shea butter had a baby, it'd be raisin lotion. Hold on. I swear to God, boy, that raisin lotion, boy, out for real.
Fabian, do you use black ice? I need to know because I just like the smell.
That's some Haitian air freshener right there, for real.
Fabian, do you use black ice?
The Haitians be having the black ice air freshener right on the front of their Range Rover mirrors. Like, bro, grow the fuck up, bro. Get you some cherries up in that.
I actually got to hang it in the bag in my truck. Wait a minute.
So,
I didn't pay attention to that.
Lorraine say it's a breakage between white moss and Avon.
Oh, stop, Lorraine. Because we do love Avon. My peoples love Avon. We will buy it and sell it at the same time.
She said, yes, ma'am.
Fabian, stop.
I'm telling you, if a Haitian pull up right now with some black ice in their car and the mosquitoes out there biting, the mosquitoes just go the other fucking way. That shit is mosquito repellent and everything, man. Haitians know how to survive.
I did not pay attention.
I thought you had on some white lime. You come in here smell like a whole CK1. I swear to God, that air freshener is strong, boy. Your eyes, the police will pull you over and say, why your eyes red? This bitch got this black ice.
That's I get it exactly the reason why you just said that's the strongest one.
Man, that shit will kill a dead person older. I'm telling you, black ice, man, it's something about that black ice. I think they got kerosene in that bitch or something for real. That black ice is really, really strong. I don't even think you're supposed to have kids around it. Because it'll get them high a little bit.
All right, I'm not finna play with you.
A little bit.
I'm not finna play with you. I'm finna switch gears real quick. Your show. Don't you have a comedy show coming up?
Well, we pushed it back due to what's happening right now.
Okay.
I don't want to have any rules and guidelines to my show. I would prefer having a sold-out show as opposed to having 100 people or 200 people when we know we could get about 400 people in a building. Just trying to do it the right way, because safety's first. Mm-hmm. I don't think this pandemic gonna make people that do comedy not funny when it's time to get back out.
Right.
But you still have to abide by these guidelines because it's serious. It's really serious. We could joke about it and laugh about it and stuff, but I really care the safety of my fans, my friends, and my family when they're under one roof. And clearly, look what just happened with D.L. Hughley. Those people were, they were around the coronavirus,
right,
coming to laugh. But, just praying and I got some good friends in my corner, in my circle that help me mentally, physically, spiritually, and some financially. That this is the hard part of being an entertainer, mm-hmm, that we can't go out. But we have platforms like this that right, we can still go out and make people laugh and educate people and just try to make the best of any bad situation.
Do you know the date?
No.
You have a date yet? Okay.
No, we was pushing for July. I think it was
July 2nd.
Second. That's your birthday, ain't it? Correct.
July
1st. We was pushing for that, but then we end up, pushing back, and then the next one after that'll be August. That'll be my birthday, and everybody know I do a big all white party every year for my birthday. But I'm not even concerned about that. I'd rather be the safety of people as opposed. And then me and Eddie, we do virtual shows. So it's still a chance.
The last virtual show was it.
I appreciate it.
That was it. If y'all did not join, you definitely missed out. Or maybe y'all probably do a virtual.
Yeah, but like I just said, I miss it. I just miss being in front of people and just doing what God set out for me to do. But I also say this pandemic, this coronavirus, everything that's happened, it exposed a lot of people. Good and bad.
So shout out to the hustlers. Shout out to y'all hustlers and people, when outside open, don't stop supporting the
It's
people.
it's open.
Well, it's open, but you know, when everything get into gear, continue to support those black-owned businesses from outside of their house, or they pulling up to you, coming to you. Continue to support them.
The right-owned businesses, cause every black-owned business don't be. And people,
that's a whole nother topic.
People want to, jump on me when I made a post on Facebook on Juneteenth. Like I went to go support a black business, but they didn't have any receipt paper to prove that I was there. I want to post my receipt on social media to show that I'm not just talking it, I'm living it. And they didn't have it. But I'm gonna say this: if you're a black-owned business owner, entrepreneur, whatever, like myself here, pride yourself on it, not just because of your color. Pride yourself on it because that's your brand.
Good quality.
And when you do that,
quality brand.
Yeah, when you do that, quality over quantity. When you do that, people will come back to you, man. I don't care if you selling food at your house. I don't care what you doing. If you put pride in it, behind it, and you know that you doing everything you could do, not only as a black person, but as a human being, people will support you. People will definitely support you. You brought us food?
Busy Bee Mobile Phlebotomy. Support.
Yeah, definitely. Man, I support everything Brandy do, man. Brandy, man, when I tell you she's a
mobile phlebotomy.
Yeah, you need to find out if you got the coronavirus.
She apparently offered to test me, but I'm good.
No, you're not good.
I don't want that stuff shoved up on my.
You need a free twist and everything as we speak. You ain't good. Hell no, you ain't good.
Listen, I ain't going nowhere, and I'm not trying.
You got a whole afro.
Retwist for me?
You got a whole afro up under them dreads. You talking about you good. You ain't good. I don't
You're
know.
retwisted
You
for
natural
me?
and nappy at the same time. I don't know. You sending off mixed vibes right now. If you were going for the nappy look, you nailed that motherfucker. You did that, sister. You did
like
that.
it?
It's alright, I guess. It's long, but it nappy
And you
as hell.
nailed the swirly lines on top of them waves.
Don't come for me. Let me get a close up on y'all. Shout out to Marvin. Well, shout out to Marvin. Well, I gotta let these people see these dogs. I ain't gonna step on the camera. Let me make sure they.
Show the swirl. Show your design. Nobody playing with you. Nobody
That
playing
man
with
cut
you.
my hair like it was Easter. I got an Easter cut. Shout out to Marvin Webb. I tagged him in the screen earlier.
Guys, if you tagged the who in the?
No, I
okay.
put him in the screen earlier.
If you have a local business, you could drop your local business in the chat. Somebody might want some services. I
just say anybody that's out there doing anything positive, man. Just remember, everybody ain't gonna support what you're doing, and don't hold that against them. But I said it. I think it was last week to Crystal when we had her on the show that sometimes you can't expect for your friends and people you know to support you, because if you just looking for them to support, then it's just gonna stay right there.
Right.
You gotta have a brand. You gotta have something that could be sold outside that circle of friends that you have, and that's when you
stranger
really
support more than
see
friends.
success. Yeah, I don't be mad at my friends for not liking
be.
my stuff. You know what? I used to be, but Wandey, I tell you right now, it made me go harder. Cause sometimes people will like stuff just because you trending, or they think you the hot dude in the neighborhood or the city or whatever. And then when you really get around people that's talented, you'll find out that you really not that talented. But for me, I don't be bothered about that.
Listen, you said something just then, because half the people that they are following or supporting that they think is hot,
they ain't.
Is not. It's definitely not.
I pride myself on my Dr. Foolish brand, my Saving Souls, the talk that is. Mr. Somebody had to say it. Like, that wasn't just something I just thought of and just be like, it took a thought process. It took time. It took energy to be able to go out and to brand myself, to put it on the T-shirt, to put it on the calendar, to put it on the mug. And like, if you don't get it, I'm okay with you not getting it, but I'm not just presenting it to just you. What bothers me is when people find out things, or people don't support you based on something that ain't got nothing to do with what you selling. You dislike me because your homeboy don't like me, or you dislike me because your girl like me. Like, come on, let's be real. You can make Trey Songz your MCM every Monday, but the one Monday you make Dr. Foolish your MCM, oh, you got to be screwing. That's not fair to me. You know what I'm saying? And we got to get out of that thought process, because if you're going to say Black Lives Matter or you're going to support your people, then don't have screens on it. Go 100 with it.
And get out of that support who supports you.
You ain't going to never go nowhere.
Get out of that.
Yeah.
Get out of that. Support to support. You either going to do it or you're not.
And I see Jasmine said we have to expand ourselves past the hood, and that's solely what I did. When I first started telling jokes, I was telling jokes simply for the people that I knew. Mm-hmm. Once I started traveling and seeing the world, my demeanor changed, my delivery changed, my content changes, because I don't want to be in Vancouver, Canada, talking about something that only people in Palm Beach County could relate to. That make me a demographical artist. I don't want to be a demographical artist where you just got to book me down south. I've toured this whole entire country based on me putting out the time and the effort to do something that a lot of people didn't think that could be done based on my environment and my upbringing. But the lack of not having, the lack of not knowing, the lack of not having resources that motivated me to want to go out and be that person. When I'm here in town, or when I'm somewhere where I know other comedians, yeah, you can get time, cause I know what no felt like. I know what those closed doors felt like. So I'm not gonna say I want Wandey to endure this same pain that I endured because I went through it. Right. And I think a lot of people do that. And like we were saying earlier, a lot of people give you them sad stories or tell you, oh, I was homeless, I had to go through this, I had to go through that. It ain't encouragement, it's discouragement. Because what 17 or 18-year-old black man or woman right now want to be homeless to be successful?
Yeah.
You will simply take their dream away from them based on you keep preaching this. Oh, I was homeless. I had to go through this. I slept in my car. I had to do that. Who wants that to be successful? Don't tell them about that. It's okay to bring it up. But don't let that be the rule.
Motivational way. If I was in this situation, I can make it. You're not in this situation, so you should be. You know what I'm saying? And make it an encouragement, like not a I get what you're saying, because it's the delivery.
Because I ain't been successful based on my funny. I've been successful based on my intellect. That when you bring me to your city, or you bring me on your radio station, or you bring me on your newscast, I have to represent my whole entire community, my upbringing, my mother, my siblings, everything that stands behind me. Because if I fall, we all fall. But if I win, we all win. And that's the thing that we have to put in our people to understand, that what you eat don't make me shit. And it don't take nothing from you to say, you know what, I really love Foolish. I really like what he's doing. But that takes energy. And it don't take energy to hate. Some people, fuck that nigga. It don't take no energy to just feel like that. And we have to get out of that mindset as black people, or just as people in general, to understand that, look, you know what, this guy doing something, it ain't causing me no pain, it ain't costing me no money, it don't cost me shit to share. I was having a conversation with Boss Man before the show started. I did a production project, Baggage Claim, Paula Patton, Boris Cujo, Trey Songz, Lala Anthony, on the production project for 7.5 months. The last day we were filming, Trey Songz asked me, he was like, Foolish, why you end up taking a picture like everybody else do? I said, Trigger, if I take a picture of me and you and post it on my social media, everybody that I know you. But if you take a picture of me and post it on your social media, then you open me up to people that don't know me. But get what? Now it's funny, but I wasn't joking.
Right.
You see people with celebrities and you think, oh yeah, I see you, boy, you're doing your thing.
You just putting them out there more.
That ain't who I am. Everybody know Tyler Perry. Everybody know Nick Cannon. Everybody know DC Young Fly. Everybody, these are friends of mine. I don't have to promote them because they've already out there. But if you gonna genuinely love me the way I love you and have wish and pray to God that you get everything your heart desire, it won't cost you a dime to say, I'm gonna share Filter Me Not. I'ma share Henny Talk. I'ma share Kickback with Sports. I'ma share Chit Chat. It won't cost you a dime, but when people get out that mindset of understanding that, damn, bro, like what he's saying or what they doing is real. This a black-owned network. Like, come on. Like, the OWN network started somewhere. Tyler Perry started with his stage plays when you seen the goddamn microphone hanging out the top of their head. But people tend to forget that sometimes when you see them getting the bag.
Right.
He don't need your support no more. I'm just being 100. He don't need it no more. When you bought the VHS tapes and your grandma would sit there and watch them over and over and over and over and over again. Now he in movie theaters. He on every channel. Everywhere. All streaming devices and all. People forget that. Beyonce started somewhere. She wasn't Queen Bee when she first started. If anybody been following the history of Beyonce, she got booed off of Star Search. That girl could have quit then. But she kept going. You
gotta keep going.
People mix arrogance and confidence up every single day. Don't think I'm arrogant. I just know who I am. I know where I come from. Mm-hmm. I know exactly where I come from. So now it is time for me to shine and accept the fact that Ish didn't quit.
Jasmine said something then. You're not in it for the recognition. You see the bigger picture,
exactly.
Which is true. Because a lot of people do a lot of things to
for
be
likes.
seen.
For likes.
That Blue app got a whole lot of people mindset of business and supporting twisted. They really got it twisted. And like you said earlier, it doesn't take much to just share. I refuse to post anything and tag my whole friend list. I refuse. Because I'm not finna ask you to support me. You're gonna support because you that I share on my page.
You do.
It's because
you do.
They hustle. Presentation. Every time I get on the book, they put in something. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what it's gonna. It take consistency. You ain't finna post something today, and then 2-3 days later you want to post something. Who's gonna support that?
I'm gonna say this before we actually do close. If everybody that was in your circle or everybody that was in your circle of friends on social media said, you know what, we gonna blow Wandey up today. Today gonna be Wandey Nowilliams Day. It wouldn't cost them one dime.
Nothing.
I'm gonna share everything she say. I'm gonna share every picture she posts. But they thought process in the back of their head, I don't know what it is that we as people don't get, that we gotta work so much harder. And I ain't trying to sound.
And this is why we at where we at. People don't like to hear it. People like to blame bad, like especially with the thing with the customer service shit with black people. No, we don't support each other. Period.
You know these white boys getting Netflix deals, white comedians getting Netflix deals, and they have 1,200, 1,300 followers.
That's it.
But why we got to get 1 million or damn near 1 trillion for you to even
listen?
Look at us?
They only gonna treat us how we treat ourselves. We don't support each other. If we was really supporting each other, trust me, more doors would open. More things would happen. We don't like you were speaking earlier, like you were saying, why would you have a birthday party when I'm having a birthday party? Why would you have it on the same day? But you have people like they will like literally competition type stuff.
But see me, the person I am. Oh, I'm popping and Wandey popping. Hey Wandey, let's do this together.
Period.
Let's do this together.
Or if we don't do it together, listen. All right, so you doing this one?
I'll do it next week.
Monday.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna send everybody to your show.
But you do the same for me.
Show it in my show.
I ain't even got to ask you to do it. I just know you
just
gonna
on the
do
strength
it.
it's gonna happen. But no, like I'm gonna give like a big shout out to what's going on with brunch, and I pray that it continues because you got all the promoters band together right now for Ivy. But that should have been what it was. But you had promoters before Ivy, like y'all had like 3 strip clubs.
But you still
on the same night.
But you still can't pick and choose. Like you can't play both sides. Like a lot of people be playing both sides. Like don't put on your clothes coming to the club and then you don't see no cars there and then you
turn
leave
around.
the club.
No.
But guess what? You know how many people did that?
You going out to enjoy yourself, go out and enjoy yourself. Whether
yourself.
50 cars in that parking lot or 5 cars
It don't,
in that parking lot.
It don't take a whole lot of people to have fun. It take the right people to have fun.
Trust. I will. Me and my homegirl, we went out this weekend and
you ain't get done did your hair?
No,
You went out there
man.
just like that?
For what?
What you went to?
I went to have fun.
Let me put
I
my
went
mask on. You done went out. You ain't got your hair done. You got coronavirus. I don't know. I'm convinced.
Yeah, support. Just support people. Period. Let's. Because I seen with this movement going on, everybody talking about Black Wall Street. Yeah, it'd be great to get it back. But see, back then they supported each other as a community. We don't support each other as a community.
But at the same time, that's all they knew too.
That's true.
It wasn't the internet. It wasn't ways to just get out to get a surplus of goods. So you got to find this person that look like you, that think like you.
To get what you need.
They got a cleaners here. We had banks. We got that. And if you're gonna go outside and do business with other people, that's you. That's who you decide to. But stop discouraging other people to support the people that look like them. Like that what bothers me. And
yes, Jasmine, you have to keep working, trust the process, and know God will take care of the rest. Well, at least that's my belief. No, that's a great belief, because I can honestly say,
my ass, we've been sitting down a long time. My ass done went to sleep.
His butt going to sleep. So we're going to close it out. But Jasmine, I'm going to close it out with you, because I agree with what you said 100%. Because for me, yes, we're in the middle of a COVID, but the COVID I already had things set up. I already had things that I was doing before the
You went to public school.
before the pandemic. But the pandemic just showed me how my hustle game is really way harder than I thought. I could push myself.
That's why you got your hair did?
Yeah, I got other places to put my money.
Guess.
But anyways, you know what I'm saying? So you really got, like you say trust yourself. I trusted myself. And what I was doing before, I did it 10 times more than what I'm doing now. So I agree with you 100%. I'm going to y'all, thank you so much for watching. Those who still sticking with us at this time of night. And I know some people got work and everything. Appreciate y'all.
But
love
they got
y'all.
no job. They unemployed.
They work. Well, they probably working at home, because I work at
home.
home. But thank you for tuning in. This your girl, Wandey Nowilliams. It's the show Filter Me Not. The network is UGTV Network 5. Make sure you're following it if you're not. Let your friends know. I'm going to let Ish close out tonight.
And Jazz, if you still watching, I'm going to close with you, Jazz. Jazz from my hometown. She's a very she's a ray of sunshine. And I want to say this, Jazz. I know you recently just started your podcast and your show.
Drop your link.
Remember to do it for you. That's the first thing. Do it for you. Don't be worried about the viewers. Don't be worried about the shares and all that stuff. Do it for you. And everything that happens organically, it's in God's hand. So you gotta remember, if you do everything right and you stand by who you are and you stay true to you, then He'll give you everything your heart desire.
Yes.
And anybody that's still watching, man, I just want y'all to know that I appreciate the support and the love that you have shown me for I'm talking about me.
Oh, okay, sorry.
For over a decade. I've been doing this for over a decade, and I'm forever grateful, because I know I had humble beginnings, and the sky's the limit. I'm gonna keep going, and I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. But just remember, you got a friend that had a dream. You could have supported that friend, and you failed. It ain't too late to go tell that friend you sorry and you willing to do whatever it is to do to make them happy. But I just want to say that drink bottled liquor, drink honorably. I don't really even drink white, but I drink it from time to time just to support a black-owned business. Cause in $25 on the bottle, I spend that on. What do I buy? That's $25. I got great taste, but $25 ain't nothing. You go and blow it on something that you don't even need.
I'm gonna drop. Not the. Well,
you always say not to
cut you off. I forgot. I
off.
wasn't supposed to say that. I forgot. I gotta learn. But I'm dropping nuggets because, like I said, we're gonna be giving stuff away next month. We got apparel.
And I'm running for mayor.
And
next year. Seriously.
So Jasmine's is a podcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it on? It's
on social media. I'll send you
so it's Let's Talk About It with Jasmine Shirley. Okay, that's a podcast.
That's a Haitian last name right there, Shirley.
It is, but I don't think she's Haitian.
Name. That'd be a Haitian. I know she a Haitian. She a whole Haitian.
But drop your times and your location. Well, your times for your show. I'll follow and I'll be sharing as well, Jasmine. But Bolt BALT is 4 of Bernard's childhood friends. They are no longer with us, but this is where the name Bolt came from, guys. I'm dropping these information because next month we're going to be giving out gear, Bolt gear, and you must know the answers to the question we'll be asking when that time comes. So again, Bolt Liquor, Bolt Vodka, BALT. He has 4 friends that passed away in the streets of Miami. So he named his vodka after them because that's where the drink honorably comes from, because although it is his business, part of that proceeds he supports the family of his fallen friends. So remember that when we start asking questions. Thank you for tuning in to UGTV Network 5. We're on Monday nights, Wednesday nights, Thursday night, and most definitely Friday night, 8 p.m. for Henny Talk. Okay. Every Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. She's gonna DM you the link to her podcast. I will be sharing it on the Filter Me Not page, and I'll also be sharing it on my page. Thank you guys for joining in. Thank you for schooling me on how it could have been a better mother.
You suck as a baby mama. I'm gonna fulfill you.
But love y'all. Take care.
Yeah.
Coronavirus safe. Remember to vote. Go register to vote if you have not. Remember to vote when that time comes. Love you guys. It's Filter Me Not. Good night.
I hope I ain't called the corona.
This show was brought to you by Balt Vodka.
You wanna shop? It's on me. Sex on the phone. Call me. You wanna talk? Darling, I'm on the hotline. You know you can get it.